So, I've been talking about the bread of life. I mean, really, in some ways, this touches on sacrament. And so I thought, why don't I go ahead and talk about communion and how we do it at Hope United and why we do it the way that we do. So, the first thing I want to say is that communion is a sacrament. We are in the Reformed tradition of Protestant church, so that means that we recognize two sacraments, communion and baptism. These rituals are holy to us. They're set aside by God. They carry special significance to our faith. Jesus initiated communion and told us to practice it, and with the themes of remembrance, grace, salvation, eternal life, we believe that God is present in this sacred meal. The other thing is that Hope United, it's part of our mission to create safe space. We always are trying to invite people to grow closer to God, to deepen their spiritual lives. And so we practice open communion. We don't borrow the table from anyone. This is not my table. It's not a UCC table or a Disciples of Christ table. This is the Lord's table, and all are welcome. Now, I believe that the sacrament of communion can be what's called a means of grace, and I'll explain a little bit more about that, not just a result of grace. What I mean is that I believe that God can work through the sacrament within the mystery of this sacred meal, regardless of how the person comes to the table, or even how they understand the basic tenets of the Christian faith. I value this sacrament highly, and I take it seriously. And indeed, one of my covenantal duties as an ordained clergy is to preside at the table and make sure that the sacrament is administered in a holy way. And also, because we are open, we use bread and grape juice, not wine. And we have gluten-free crackers for those that need that. Now, I personally like wine. If you remember my little story about at the homeless shelter, but there's a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, I talked about her, Susan, that I went to seminary with sometimes. She was a recovering alcoholic, and she told me that even the smell of wine can be a hindrance to her and her ability to take the communion. And there's another thing. Let me see where I am on my phone. There I am. Although the table is open, we don't want to force or guilt anyone into coming and having it just because, everybody else is doing it. If somebody doesn't want to take it, that's fine too, and we respect it. If they'd rather just come up and have the prayer, some people call the group hug, that's fine too. I will offer you a blessing. You are welcome to come forward when the others come forward for communion. And if you don't want to take it, don't take it, but you can stay for the hug and the prayer. We have communion every single Sunday. It's a common practice within the Disciples of Christ. It's not for the UCC, which we are also part of, so it's a little different for them. Let's see where I'm at. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what's happening during the sacrament. This morning we have Jesus telling us to eat his body and drink his blood. That's got to be a reference to communion. Some believe, as do the Catholics, that in the moment when the minister or the priest holds up that bread, the air, the elements, and invokes God's blessing, that the bread turns literally into Jesus, and the wine to Jesus' blood. Others believe it's simply a symbol, and some believe it's a mix of the two. Now here's what I believe. I believe that Holy Communion is a blessed mystery. It's something that we can't ever totally understand or explain. And I believe something miraculous does happen every single time we celebrate it. Not only do we celebrate Christ's presence, but I believe Christ in some divine way comes to dwell with us at this meal. Now, at Hope United, we do not insist on a particular understanding of communion. I don't think blessed mystery of this sacred meal, all are welcome to take communion. Now, some people argue that, well, you really shouldn't understand communion before you take it. But I want to tell you, with our open table philosophy, I disagree with that statement. And this is why. I mean, I've talked about grace a lot. I mean, you're a minister, right? You're going to hear it in my sermons all the time. I can talk about grace. I can talk about forgiveness. I can talk about second chances and being saved by God. And I have experienced, believe me, the grace of God in my life. And second chances and forgiveness and all that. But even so, still, at some level, I know that grace will always be a mystery to me. Even though I can explain it, it still wonders to me that how my life can be so filled with sin one moment, and then the next, I'm totally set free. God works in that mystery, my friends. We don't have to understand everything about our faith to know that our faith is real. That is a very important point about faith that I believe. We don't have to believe, we don't have to understand everything to know that it's real. Let's see where I'm pitching up. More than that, like I said before, that sacrament is a means of grace. I believe God can use the sacrament to bring somebody closer to Christ. During communion, there might be somebody among us who, isn't really there yet. They might still have some doubts. They might have questions. They might not be ready for the kind of total surrender of their life that I talk about a lot of times, that I believe Jesus wants and asks of us. I think that's totally okay of where you're at. And I don't want to bar you from this table, even if you're not where I am on the journey of faith, or even if you're ahead of me. I have found that sometimes God can work through the sacrament to bring someone closer to the Lord. And that's why I never want to bar the table, because the sacrament can be a means of grace. Now, let's go through some of the themes of communion. Of course, remembrance is huge. We're always remembering about Jesus. We remember what God did in Jesus Christ. We remember Jesus' life and his ministry. And we remember his passion and death, but not just his passion and death. We remember all of his life. What he did while he was alive, the miracles, the things, how he healed and helped people and welcomed people and reached out to the people that were nobodies of his day. And he taught us all these things about being closer to God. And remembrance touches on all the other major themes too, right? That God is present in our lives in a real and substantial way, a way that gives life, that Jesus is Emmanuel, God with us. We talk about covenant and forgiveness. The cup of the new covenant for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in remembrance of him. I mean, I say those words every time we have communion. A covenant is an everlasting promise by our God, which we are invited to participate in. And also, it is a new covenant. God's people and the Israelites, God had made a covenant with them to be their God and the Israelites to be God's people. But because of the sinfulness of the people, they kept turning from the Lord and sinning and doing God figured out that a new covenant was needed. And so in this act, we recognize that God assumed the responsibility of loving us no matter what. No matter what sins we commit, no matter how we turn away, it doesn't matter. God is going to love us always. God is going to forgive us of our sins, has forgiven us, and will forgive us in the future. Love and accept us always, even despite ourselves. And this is for all time. We have life in Jesus Christ, eternal life and salvation, a life knowing God. As I say all the time, Jesus was talking as much about this life as the one to come. One last thing. One of the things I love about the disciples of Christ that we practice here is that the elder offers the prayer over the elements. That moment of sacred blessing by abundance with divine grace. I think it's a wonderful example of the priesthood of all believers, and it shows us that God is accessible to all of us. Further, I think it fosters community among us to realize that we are taking turns in offering that prayer. And at Hope United, our elders will always be recognized spiritual leaders of our church. Now, I'm done with my little prepared notes, but I thought you might have a question or two. So, does anybody want to ask something of me about communion? You're being pretty quiet. You hit it all